Hello everyone, I'm Alex from Ernest Alex Reads, and today I'm going to be doing the Try a Chapter tag or challenge. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but I am excited to do it. The goal is to figure out what you're gonna read next. I'm doing this because I was gazing at my beautiful shelves over there, specifically at my TBR shelf, and I realized I have no idea about some of the books that I have. Obviously I bought them and I thought I was going to enjoy them, but now I've forgotten what they're about. I'm going to try a chapter to hopefully see which books I want to pick up next in March, and to see if I can remember why I bought these books. So the first book that I picked up to try a chapter of is NW or Northwest maybe by Zadie Smith. I picked this book up because I really enjoyed Swing Time, and I bought that in this like mass market paperback size, and I saw this in a bookstore and I was like, yes, I liked Swing Time, I want to read all of Zadie Smith's stuff, and I found the right size. I have no idea what this book is about. The next book I would like to read a chapter of in this video is The Hoarder by Just Kid. I bought this book because Simon of Savage Reads talked a lot about it and talked about loving it and Just Kid's other two novels. And I've read some great books because of Simon Savage, and so I picked this up. I'm not sure what it's about. I seem to remember ghosts. It has something to do with ghosts or spirits and hoarding, I assume. Who knows? The next two books I want to talk about are from a book outlet purchase from last year, and the first one is Jane Steele by Lindsay Fay. I know that this is a Jane Eyre retelling. I also know that I have previously read Jane Eyre, but I cannot remember a single plot point. So that's a thing. Who knows? This is why I'm doing it, because I have a book and I just go, oh yeah, like ghosts, Jane Eyre retelling with murder. I read another book from this author. Like, I have no idea what's going on. And the other one I bought is called The Relic Master by Christopher Buckley. I think this one is like, the guy goes around like selling religious relics in the Middle Ages. Yeah, relics. He's the Relic Master. And then the last book that I'm going to try a chapter of is Beasts of Extraordinary Circumstances by Ruth Emmy Long. This is a book of the month book when I was still doing that, and I have absolutely no idea. I think it was a cover purchase for me. I mean, who knows? This literally could be any book. One of my big goals in 2019 is to get my TBR to 0, so at some point I'm going to be reading all 5 of these books. The only question is when and how much I'm going to enjoy it. I am going to read a chapter of every one of these 5 books, and I'm going to film my first thoughts on the first chapter, and then I'm going to pick which books I would like to get to in March. So let's get reading and opinionating. I'm going to start with NW by Zadie Smith. Let's see what the first chapter holds. Okay, the first chapter is 2 pages, so I'm gonna read the second chapter. Okay, I'm still not sure what this whole book is going to be about. However, I really like the writing style. I want to know what happens after like the first scene, and I totally remember now why I liked Sadie Smith's writing. And I'm glad that I have this on my shelf so far. I mean, it's the first book that I read the chapter of, but I want to get into this. Next, I'm going to read the first chapter of The Hoarder by Just Kid. We'll see how it compares with the first chapter of NW. I just finished the first chapter of The Hoarder by Just Kid. This chapter was like around 18 pages and basically set up the premise for the rest of the novel, which is the main character is like clearing out a hoarder's house. That's her job. I was kind of it's a bit unsettling, the whole first chapter, and I mean, based on the cover, it probably is supposed to be a bit unsettling. I definitely think NW is still in first place with me right now, but I'm glad I have this book as well. So now I'm going to read the first chapter of Jane Eyre. No, Jane Steele. Interesting. I've actually read the first chapter of this book before, I think over a year ago, and I wasn't into it the first time. I mean, I guess it's okay. I'll definitely read it at some point, but it's not nearly as intriguing as the other two books. Yeah, so far I'm not like super into this book, but I might be if I found out what Jane Eyre is about. So now I'm going to read a chapter of The Relic Master, and let's see if I can figure out what this book is about. Finished the first chapter of The Relic Master, and I'm really into it. It's very surprising, but it's basically set in the Middle Ages, and it follows like, yeah, a relic master, somebody who finds relics for nobles and for the church, and it's set in the Holy Roman Empire, basically in medieval Germany. I'm really intrigued about this book, so this is kind of like the surprise contender. So now I'm going to read the first chapter of the final book, the fifth book in this video, Beasts of Extraordinary Circumstance. Beasts of Extraordinary Circumstance. I really don't know what's going on, but I don't think I'm in the mood for like creepy magical realism, and I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Now it's time for final thoughts. Basically, this is my order of books, from want to continue immediately to I'll pick it up at some later date. 5 is, like I said, Beasts of Extraordinary Circumstance. Number 4 is Jane Steele. Number 3 is The Hoarder by Just Kid. Place number 2 is The Relic Master. And at place number 1 is NW by Sadie Smith. So that was my try a chapter challenge tag thing. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a great day, and I will see you in my next video.